This is a Romanian meatball soup we call ciorbă. It's light, a bit tangy, and everyone makes it a little differently. I'll show you how I like to make it, how that slight sourness is usually added, and a small extra touch I like to include at the end. You'll find the full list of ingredients and exact quantities in the description, so you can easily follow along. Let me show you how. The day before I decide to make the soup, I like to marinate the meat for the meatballs overnight, just to get a bit more flavor. I always use pork meat for this, and any cut will do as long as it has some fat. Neck, leg or shoulder are all fine. After running it through the meat grinder, I add salt, ground pepper and one optional ingredient, a tablespoon of ciorbă, a fermented marinade you don't really taste, but it helps tenderize the meat and gives it a subtle sweetness. Now I simply mix everything and leave it in the fridge overnight. It's time to prepare the ingredients. I'll start with the vegetables. Pretty straightforward. I just cut everything into a medium dice. Next, I like to use some pork bones for extra flavor and body. Here I have some ribs, but any pork bone will do. If it has some meat on it, even better. However, I do need to prepare the bones before I can use them. I cover them with water and let it come up to a boil. You should see the water getting foamy and cloudy. So I discarded, rinsed the bones, then put them back into the pot with fresh water, the diced vegetables, a bit of salt and some peppercorns. I'll wait with the tomatoes and peppers, those go in later, and let everything simmer for about half an hour. While everything is simmering, I use this time to prepare the meatballs. I crack an egg over the meat, add the rice, paprika and garlic, then mix everything well. Then I shape the meatballs using my hands. A bowl of water nearby helps if the meat is too sticky. It's up to you how big or small you want to make them. They don't have to be perfect. After about half an hour of simmering, I'll add the tomatoes, peppers and the meatballs to the pot and let everything cook for another half hour. To give it that signature sour taste, I'll be using something called borș. It's a fermented wheat bran liquid, but it's also available as powder. After adding it, I'll let everything simmer for another 10 minutes, then I add the dried lovage leaves, which is the second key ingredient that gives it that unique flavor. Fresh lovage is even better. Season with salt to taste, and at this point it's pretty much done. However, I'm going one step further here and I'm adding a little bit of my own red miso paste. It's a fermented, let's call it condiment, made with the same koji rice I mentioned earlier and a few other ingredients. I use it in a lot of different dishes. It just adds something extra, a really unique flavor. Because it's quite strong, I only add about a teaspoon. Then I take a bit of the liquid from the pot and dissolve it so it spreads more evenly. You can serve it as is or add a bit of sour cream or thick yogurt. It works really well here. And that's it, Romanian ciorbă. If you try making it, let me know in the comments how it turned out and whether you liked it. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing so you don't miss future recipes. Or check out one of my other videos, you might find something you like. Until next time, bye!